Another objection is that Medjugorje has become too commercialized, that there are too many restaurants and shops in Medjugorje. Now, first of all, I want to know, why is this an objection to the authenticity of the apparitions? And I think people are getting a bit confused when they use this as an objection, because remember that quote from the Bishop of Grenoble says, whatever happens after does not negate the initial authenticity of the phenomenon. So, is Medjugorje too commercialized? First of all, I think people who object to Medjugorje being too commercialized have probably never been to Lourdes. I know Lourdes has a head start on Medjugorje, at least 100 years, 130 years head start on Medjugorje. So things are far more developed in Lourdes. The hotels are huge, huge. There are lots of restaurants, some really fancy restaurants, lots of bars and pubs, even a cinema. All kinds of things are going on in Lourdes. Now, I've been to Lourdes many, many times. And what is true is that if you allow it, you can completely bypass the spiritual aspects of Lourdes, and it would be just like a holiday in the south of France. And sadly, I think some people do treat it that way, and I object to that. But really, that's up to us. We have to go to Lourdes with the proper spirit and try and enter into the spirit of being a pilgrim. And if we do, then we will experience Lourdes. And the same applies to Medjugorje. I think yes, it's possible you could come to Medjugorje and completely bypass all the graces God is giving there. But that's up to you. If you don't like the commercialization, don't shop. Don't go into the shops. If you don't like the restaurants, don't go there. Do not go there. In fact, I'm telling you, honestly, especially the shops on a Sunday, if you disapprove of Sunday trading, and I do not do any shopping on a Sunday there at all. Let them all close. Let them all respect the Lord's Day and shut and keep it as a holy day. Fine. As for the restaurants, I think restaurant is a fancy term for what we have in Medjugorje. They're more like slightly jazzed up cafes. But yeah, none of them are terribly fancy. In fact, when people come, they always say, oh, it's so cheap, everything is so cheap. People have to eat. So there are places that cater for that. But there's not that many. I think it is a shame when a pilgrimage site develops too much. I think it would be better always in all of these places if the bishops took charge, allowed a certain development, and said, please keep the simplicity of the place, or put these other things further away. They are distractions. I don't like them. I don't think they should be in Lourdes or Fatima or Medjugorje or any other shrine. There's one shrine that I know of which is quite simple, Walsingham in England. It's a 1,000-year-old shrine. It's in the middle of nowhere, and it is really, really, really undeveloped. Especially if you go there in winter, you have to drive at least 20 miles if you want to get lunch, because nothing is open in the village. So that has kept its character. But also that was aided by the Protestants coming and destroying everything there 500 years ago. So that kept it very simple. Okay.